Are you trying to make small projects but you don't know how to scope your game? Well, here's a simple system that I use for myself and that I teach my students how to use. So let's keep this simple. If you're trying to plan out a 1-week game or a 1-month game, here's a simple system that will allow you to finish your game in time. So the one thing we need to do is figure out the core loop. So what is that? It's one mechanic, what does the player do, one challenge, what pushes back, and one goal. How do you win? So in order to figure out my core loop, I would ask myself 5 simple questions. And the first one is, what is the core verb of my game? This would be the main action that the player repeats. It should be physical, it should be singular, and it should be simple. Some examples would be jump, shoot, dodge, slice, collect. Keep it simple. If you can't describe it in one word, then it's too complex. The second question I'd ask myself is, what makes the game fun or difficult? What creates tension? What makes the game interesting? Some examples are time limits, enemies, puzzles, physics, maybe even just chaos. If there's no real pressure, there is no game. Now don't get this confused with some complex systems or complex tension. Tension can be as simple as a time limit. So the third question I'd ask myself is, what is the twist or the theme that makes the game mine, that makes the game unique? Now this doesn't have to be complex, it doesn't have to be groundbreaking, but a little twist can go a long way. Some examples are, maybe you're a duck with a shotgun, maybe your screen is a CRT TV with a glitch, maybe the whole world is made of jello. Something that makes the game memorable, but not complex. Keep it simple. The fourth question I'd ask myself is, what is the win condition? What actually ends the game? And remember, keep it simple. Do you have to survive for 60 seconds? Do you have to collect 3 orbs? Do you have to go to a special door? The simpler the win, the more motivating it is. Now the fifth point, and probably the most important point, is what won't you add to your game? What are you going to intentionally keep out? For me, this is based on my skill set. This is based on things that I think are going to be too complex or systems that are going to be far too large for me to create in whatever time span I have. When I'm working on this part, I think of 2 to 3 things that I won't add to the game. Like maybe a save system, or a level system, or multiple levels, or dialogue, or a story. This helps you reach deadlines and this helps you finish your game. So when I'm done with this, my plan should look something like this. Maybe in my game, I'm a duck dodging falling boxes. I can only move left and right. It speeds up every 10 seconds. I have 60 seconds to survive. And the things I won't add are a story, a save system, multiple levels, maybe some dialogue. And that's it, your whole scope. One loop, 1 paragraph, and you're ready. Now remember to keep it simple and answer all these 5 questions. If you're just starting out and you're struggling with your game dev path on where to start, where to go, and where to end up, well, I created a system just for that. It takes you from day 1 to day 365. It takes you week by week and month by month on exactly what to do, and you can check it out here in this video. Remember, game dev's a journey. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes discipline. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.